Welcome everybody to another episode of Me, Myself, and I'm Joey G. We're back from a mini hiatus, but nonetheless, we're back and we're back with DJ, Jersey Club Music Extraordinaire, the club queen herself, Uniiqu.
Hi.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. I mean, it's been a minute. Scheduling has been wild for the both of us, but I like to consider that means we're just like booked and blessed.
Yeah.
Which you definitely
and
have
busy.
Been. Absolutely. Very busy. You've definitely been booked and blessed. What have you been up to?
I've been up in the sky, taking flights everywhere.
Flown out and all.
Yeah, flown out and all. I've been doing so many tours, and I just came from South America. That was really cute. It was my first time too. So
how was that? What festival were you doing there?
I was on tour with Primavera Festival. It means like spring festival, and it was really cute. It was like a very cool curated alternative circus because we all like I call it a circus because it was like everybody was traveling together, like the same lineup, and that usually doesn't happen. Usually festivals switch up, the lineups every place that they go.
Yep.
So it was really cool to just stick with like the same camp, and like I was able to see everybody perform for once because the different locations, and make new friends and see old ones. It was a lot of fun. It was a big carry.
Is it easy to make friends while touring, or is it kind of hard because, like what you said, everybody's traveling, so people could, split apart?
Yeah.
All that. How is it making friends within touring?
At least for me, I feel like it's two-sided. Sometimes I feel like I'm making new friends all the time, which I am.
Yep.
But in terms of just like nourishing those friendships, like the way I want to, that part is always hard because it's just like, oh, like I'm here for 24 hours. Like, what are you doing? And it's like either link up or sleep. Like I have to choose one, and it's really hard.
Yeah, and it's hard really to choose sleep sometimes too.
It is.
Especially like for me, I'm the type of person where when I meet somebody, especially somebody that I really like or have like some type of affinity to, it's always for like one night only, or it's at like it's in a very like serendipitous moment.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like we meet at a concert or we meet at a festival and I'm like, I don't know when's the next time we're gonna see each other or link up. And so it's so hard to keep that momentum going throughout the rest of the weekend or throughout the rest of your trip.
It is.
And whatnot. Where else are you going to next?
It's a marathon.
It is.
It's a marathon.
It is a marathon.
And then adding in like the certain location you're into, you're like, oh, but I'm in Brazil. Like, of course I'm gonna stay out until 7 a.m. with my new friends. Even though I'm gonna pay for it.
That exactly. Are you like a good morning person, considering like your profession is a lot of late nights into mornings?
I am actually a really good morning person. I feel like I'm a whatever time person. I feel like time doesn't exist to me, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I do feel like I'm better at waking up early and having a boost all day than like staying up super late. But it depends on the time. Like if I stay up past a certain time, I'm like, oh, I'm up.
Yeah.
I could sleep anywhere though.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like one of those crazy people that they tweet about. Like, you could sleep on a plane. You don't care about your life. Well, I care about mine.
No, I'm going to sleep wherever. When I turned 18, I became like an 81-year-old and I could sleep anywhere.
Yeah.
The M train, a plane, wherever.
Yeah.
Are you a window seat girl or an aisle seat girl?
Because I need to be able to like lean in and like, look, you guys are already seeing like me.
Right.
Like, I just need to like lean in and just like stay cooped up in the corner.
Yeah. See?
And I don't like to get up when people have to like use the bathroom and stuff. I gag. I'm just like, again, even though I'm that girl.
No.
Because when you're trapped, you're just like, But yeah, I could fall asleep anywhere.
The window seat, it's like that luxury of being able to lean is so lovely, but there's something about the extra leg room.
Okay.
With the aisle seat. Oh my gosh, like I'm definitely that person. I don't have my foot like completely out into the aisle, but like, I'm a little thick right here at the bottom. So like I'll slightly lean over just a little bit. And that extra luxury is everything.
Yeah.
To me for some.
Okay.
I don't know why. What's been
one of my friends is definitely like the aisle seat person.
Really?
Just no middle seat. The middle seat is horrible. I had a middle seat on my way to Miami. Horrible.
Yeah, a middle seat, especially when traveling alone, is horrible. Like if I'm traveling with like my sister or my best friend,
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna be sleeping on you this whole flight,
Right.
practically. Whereas like being the middle seat and you're traveling alone, I will be that person though that like I like start to fall asleep
Yeah.
and then I'm kind of like cuddling with the old man next to me and I'm just like, oh, my bad. Halfway through the flight.
Me too. I have no mercy. I'm very like I'm trained to go for the airport. I'm
Yeah.
that airport snob.
The girls need their rest.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. Like
I
this is
man spread my
3 hours.
arms on the armrest.
Mm-hmm.
And then, just like,
Claim your space.
yeah.
Like
That's very important, middle seat person. Claim your space. If not,
that.
it's a wrap.
It is. Even a middle seat in like cars, one thing I
Yeah.
hate, and I've had to like make into a law to my friends and I, like, I won't be a middle seat girl.
Okay.
Especially like a lot of my friends, shout out to them, but like they're twinks. So we'll be ordering a car and the first one will go in and they're looking at me and they're like, after you. And I'm like, absolutely not.
Right.
Absolutely not. I will not be going in the
And you're
middle
petite
seat.
too, so I know they already assume.
Right, exactly.
It's
And if
like,
anything,
no.
right, like they're extra petite, if anything. So I'm like, I think the middle seat would compliment you so nice. Please let me
Right.
have my little corner right here where myself and my thighs could sit and grace the window and the door of
Yeah.
the car.
The thick girls gotta get the aisle and the aisle seat.
Dang, like
Mhm.
it's just so uncomfortable. But anyways, besides traveling in comfort and
Traveling
whatnot,
comfort.
which is important,
Yes.
I just want you to introduce to the people who is Uniiqu because you're not just a DJ. You are really an artiste.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I could say that
So
because I've
sweet.
seen you live before. And that was the first thing I saw when I saw you at Happy Juice last year, I believe.
Oh, cute.
It was like the little set they had in the backyard, a $3 bill. I think it was like their last day of summer party.
Oh my gosh, yes. I remember.
You were
The
opening
summer
up for
school.
Saucy. The summer
Yes,
school.
that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun.
I saw you go up and I was like,
Oh
who
my
is
gosh,
this?
gag, that was last summer. It feels like
I
forever ago.
know. It was
Oh, thank you.
by the way, it was amazing. And like at that point, like I wasn't familiar with you and your work and I saw you and I was just like, whoever she is, we love her. She's the one. So yeah, just introduce to the people who you are and what you do because
Oh,
there's a
that's so
lot.
sweet.
Of course.
Well, I am Uniiqu. I am a DJ, producer, singer, rapper, songwriter, event thrower, party starter, um, philanthropist. Yeah, and Jersey Club Queen. I also do radio. Oh, I just dibble and dabble in all things creative and like music. That's my vibe.
What was the first thing you decided to dabble in? Because like myself and a lot of others, like we kind of like, especially people our generation, like we kind of just want to do everything.
Yeah.
We see Rihanna and we're just like, okay, we want to be singers, actresses, beauty company owners, all this stuff. But like, where did you start and how did that become everything else that you have now, if that makes sense?
It's crazy. I actually started off dancing.
Mm-hmm.
I was a dancer, like super prima ballerina, and I used to take dance class downtown Newark.
Gotcha.
That's the city I'm from, Newark, Brick City, New Jersey,
Love.
the birthplace of Jersey Club.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I would take dance class downtown every day, and I would hear like this club music playing from the corner stores and like the jewelry shops. You know how they be playing like whatever
Yep.
CD or whatever radio station is hot. And I would hear this club music, and I'm like, this is so cool. Decided to buy a CD. This is so long ago. I'm telling my age. I bought a CD.
You're okay.
And yeah, I took it back to my friends, and I was like, yo, like this music is popping, like, and everybody just knew how to dance to it at the end of class.
Yeah.
Like we had like little ballerina ciphers, I guess, where we didn't do ballet. Like
Yeah.
whatever we thought was hot, like the Tootsie Roll or
Mhm.
like, I don't know, like heel toe, all those little Harlem Shake dances. Yeah. And they just knew all these dances to the music. And I'm like, this is dope. They were like, yeah, like this is club music. And that was like really my first introduction to that world,
Mhm.
you know, like of just getting involved with like the dance
Yeah.
scene. I was a dancer,
Mhm.
you know, but just like so classically trained. I did piano too, but it was super classical, classically trained concert band type of stuff.
Mhm.
So that was kind of just like the intro to be like, I don't know, just break the mold of like my
Yeah.
classical prima ballerina
Mhm.
hip hop pop world.
Yeah.
It was like club music.
Mhm. Because it's a very choreographed art, like
Yeah.
your previous, with dancing and whatnot. Whereas did you feel
A lot of structure.
exactly?
Yeah.
Whereas you felt club music was kind of the opposite. I mean, granted, like there's a certain structure that it's built now over time as time goes, but in a way, it's still very freeing of such structure.
Yeah, it felt very raw.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like being a ballerina and taking classical piano. Like I took piano from since like I was like 7 to I would say like 13 when I was a teenager in high school. I was like over it, you know. But yeah, it was just so many rules, you know, like back straight.
Yeah.
And then ballet was always just like posture, and everything was just so like had to be put together for it to be considered right, I guess. You know what I mean? Like to be considered right, like the right way of doing things, like the right way of being a pianist is like having good posture and holding your hands up like this and, you know, just having certain melodies. Never would be able to wear these.
Right.
Same thing with being a ballerina, you know, it's all about grace, being graceful. And I felt like when I heard club music, it was just so raw and raunchy and hardcore and rambunctious, and even the dances that all my homegirls were doing they were like popping and twerking, heeling and toeing and you know, Harlem and shaking. And I was like, oh, this is dope. You know, this is like what we would do to hip hop, except it's considered dance music. So it was just something that I really started getting addicted to. Like addicted. And not all the songs were PG-13. They were like really nasty songs, like X-rated. You know,
those are the best ones.
Those are the best ones.
Because those have all the call to actions and whatnot. So you're having a good time. You're in the crowd and you're being a part of the song. You're not just listening to it.
Exactly.
You know?
And let me just say this. I was so young. I had no correlation that it had such a history that it did. Like I didn't know that that's what like grown people, you know, that like dance music dance to. I didn't know anything about Chicago yet. I was just stuck in my Jersey bubble. You know? So like just being introduced to it, even without just all the context, I feel like was super innocent and something that your average dance music listener might not get these days because the internet is just like throwing information on you. Like I got to discover it my way and like get taught about it like in the most authentic, like word of mouth way. Like, so I appreciate that introduction.
It's like your introduction felt like very intimate.
Yeah.
Because it was just you and the music itself. It wasn't like
on my way to dance class too.
Right. Exactly. When was your first time actually going and experiencing club music live?
Oh my gosh. So we would have these school. Shortly after that, I realized that this was just something that turned all the clubs up and the school dances. And yeah, I just started hearing it more at school. Yeah. Like during cafeteria lunch break, and then we had school dances, and we used to get down at the school dances. Then it used to go from school dances to, you know, parties that my friends would throw, like when their parents are out of town. We were those kids. Like we were those kids that definitely threw house ragers, basement parties, dollar parties, whatever. And I don't even think anybody had money to get DJ equipment, so it was strictly boombox CD vibes.
Yeah.
I started dating a DJ, and he had the equipment, so that's when it started getting real turned up. I remember I threw a Sweet 16 party, and I told my mom it was like a sleepover, but literally invited the whole high school. And
I love it. I love it.
He was DJ. She was like, why does he need his DJ equipment if it's like a slumber party? I'm like, because
you know, we need music. We're curating an event here.
Exactly. Like, because like, why not? Ma, it's my birthday. Yeah. Then she's like, wow, these are a lot of boxes of pizza. And I'm just like, gonna be hungry.
Wow. So this is a production.
Literally. Like I've been that party girl.
No, literally, like you've been an event producer.
Yeah. And the cops came. Cops came because like one of these girls I did not like. Like we didn't like each other because she liked my boyfriend. Yeah, like just she got turned and ruined the party. Threw up Doritos on my mom's carpet.
No. How did she even get into the party? Was she intentionally invited, or
no?
Did the guy bring her?
No. She snuck in.
No.
It was horrible. I was on lockdown, but ever since then though, and I was on the cheerleading squad, so like it was lit. It was
Okay.
It was lit. Ever since then though, I knew that like I was like, I'm gonna be a party girl.
Yeah, this is your thing. I mean, like, just partying is really fucking fun.
Yeah.
It just is. Have you ever gotten, not like tired of it, but has there ever been a moment where like you've kind of gotten used to it, or is it every single time you leave the function, you're always like, I'm so glad I went?
I can't hold you. Okay, so definitely touring has worn and torn.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes my brain. I
Yeah.
wouldn't even say my body. Like, yeah, my body, but like mostly my brain to like be like, okay, I'm over it.
Yeah.
But I'm always happy I go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Even if it's like a dub, like I'm happy I went. Just
Yeah.
even sometimes even just to prove, like I have like a sensory of like, oh, tonight's gonna be lit.
Yeah.
Go. And then sometimes I know I'm like, tonight's gonna be like so.
Yeah.
Like, but I'ma pop out.
No, yeah. And I feel like if anything, like there's always some type of takeaway
Yeah.
from the night.
Good music regardless. And like the adventure
Exactly.
of it all. I'm like a main character girl, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like to think of myself as the same. I'm like the secondary character that's actually the main character. So like,
Okay.
this is such a corny example, but like Ariana Grande and Victorious.
Okay.
The show is named after the other lady,
Yeah.
but best be known, that one is going to be the star.
Right.
I'm that girl.
I love that.
You know? Like the very secondary character that has her moment in the sequel.
Yeah.
That's very much me.
And then like look at her now.
Exactly.
The girl.
The doll, the girl.
Okay.
That girl. But yeah, what makes a good party?
What makes a good party? I mean, I've been through so many parties. That was like my adolescent intro years, you know? Ever since then, she's started going to New York City, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys really party.
Yeah.
You know, because Jersey knows how to party.
Yeah.
But when I started coming to New York City, that's when I understood, like, I guess, different elements of like a rave.
Yeah. And
you know?
did the time have to do with it as well? It's like the whole, like, you know, New York doesn't sleep thing. Like,
yes.
Do parties start late too in Jersey
and
as
more
well?
Clubs. Like we were New Jersey's landscape. We have a lot of clubs and lounges and bottle service clubs now, but back before, you know, my young 20s, I would say like for a younger 20-year-old person, it's kind of difficult. It's definitely like super DIY warehouse culture. You know, like we were always in like somebody's warehouse or a basement or like a park.
Yeah.
You know, Mad Renegade style. Though. Yeah, it was.
That's fun.
It's a lot of fun. I do feel like growing up in Jersey as a teenager, like you will have the most fun ever. Like you got cool music, you got cool dances. You know, like we always had the internet going viral, no matter what platform.
No, literally, exactly.
So I appreciated that part, but when I came to New York City, it kind of just really was like you found yourself. I feel like throwing a good party is like I learned that from being.
So when did you start, or like when did you decide that you're like, okay, I don't just want to listen to this music and experience it live. Like I want to be somebody that contributes to it.
I mean, that came when I was still in Jersey. I just did not see any women like behind the decks. We were all just dancing, shaking it, twerking it, dumping it. Always. And I was like, that's cute, but like, why the guys always got to tell us what to do? So I became a vocalist, and I would, you know, ladies, let's go, all that on the track. And I was like, this needs to be like a real life thing. And like I said, my boyfriend at the time was a DJ, but I already took classical piano, y'all. So like,
you're already a musician to begin with.
I was already tapped in, and I caught on so fast. And, you know, I took it up on myself to just, you know, ambush literally every DJ set that was around in the hood at the time. And just hop on. And then it went from going there to just like going to New York City and just experiencing the DJ sets out there. And other DJs were like, oh, you're unique, right? Like, yeah, like, oh, like if they would play Jersey Club, I'm like, oh, you know, Jersey Club. Cool. I'm unique. And they're like, oh. And I'm just like, I'm in some random bar in Brooklyn. Like I snuck a 40 ounce in my backpack. Like,
absolutely.
What? How do you know me? So that just made me really want to like see the potential in it more than just my bubble in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Like, because, you know, even though we're surrounded by the biggest cities, you know, we're surrounded by Philly and New York City,
Mhm.
and even you could say like DC's right
Baltimore
there.
too as
Yeah,
well,
and
yep.
Baltimore. Jersey could be such a bubble, and I felt like I was just breaking out of the mold of that. And I
Mhm.
was just like, you know what? I could DJ everywhere.
Yeah.
I could DJ everywhere. I don't just have to be like the dopest DJ here in New Jersey. You know, I could DJ in New York City and DJ here in Philly. And I was making club tracks because that's how everybody was getting booked.
Right.
Like the best DJs will always have their own club tracks.
Mhm.
Something exclusive to like add
Yeah.
on to like the experience.
Yeah,
you
not like
know?
they're just remixing another song or
Yeah.
putting their own spin on another song as well.
Right. Yeah, they would have their own remixes and they would have their own club tracks. And it was like you had to know them to get it.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I knew them, but I was also just like, I want my own tracks that say like unique.
Where
You
did the
know?
name Uniiqu come from?
I just felt like I was doing something different.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah. My name is Cherie, so everybody's like, oh, DJ Cherry. Like that could be cute, but
Cute.
like I was like, I feel like you guys are just saying that because like I got a fat ass.
Well, I mean,
like no,
nothing wrong with that.
respectfully.
Nothing wrong
yeah,
with that.
nothing wrong with that. But like, you know, it just felt like super.
There's more to you.
Yeah, there's more to me than that, and I just felt like it didn't describe me. So I felt like unique is like I'm doing something different here.
Yeah, and you
You know?
seem like the type that knows like when to listen to their own intuition, like their own gut. Like I don't know, like it seems like you just know what you're doing
Oh, thank
so
you.
well, if that makes sense.
Oh, if only.
Oh, if only. But no, like for like, or at least from what I could see, like I see you and I'm just like, even when I saw you live, I was just like, she has her own thing. She has her own
Oh,
brand.
yeah.
Just like you with your own name, like people were kind of giving you advice on who to be and like what your name could be. And even you were just like, that's cute. I see what you mean by that, but this is me. The name Uniiqu resonates with me. Thank you, but I'm gonna keep on doing my own thing. Is it hard to kind of like shut people down kindly when it comes to those things, especially like, you know, you're an artist and you have a big following, like kind of keeping those voices away and like keeping your artistic integrity firsthand?
I love that question, first of all.
Okay, I thought it was too long of a
No,
tangent, but we love a long
that's
tangent.
a bomb.com question. I love questions like that. The Aquarius thinker in me is like,
you're an Aquarius.
Yeah, I'm an aqua girl.
Oh, love.
Oh, thank you. I would say, you know, Charisse always wanted to be what Uniiqu is. I've always been a creative person, so I feel like that definitely helps shut other voices and opinions out when I don't need them. I feel like for the most part, everything that I've kind of created has worked out for me because I know that it's meant for me. But I'm a trial and error person. Like I definitely have tried things where I'm like, yeah. I'm happy I did it though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm lucky. I'm lucky and I'm blessed that things have just worked out for me. Like, you know, I won't say it like that, but I don't know. All of this is so uncertain. Jersey Club was just something that was so homegrown to us. And it's just a culture that I grew up in. I really feel like me being a DJ and going beyond with my personal talents and just being able to take like what I grew up with and grow with it.
Yeah.
And take it to new places. Like it was all just, I don't know, fate, I guess, because it's not like I tried to go the route of being, I did try out and I was like doing little Broadway stuff and I was like singing and wanted to be a star, but I didn't think it would happen this way.
Yeah.
So I guess I go with the flow so much because I'm just like, I'm just doing what I've always did.
Right. It's like there's kind of, I don't want to say a balance because that's a cliche, but
yeah,
it's kind of like going amongst your own path that you want to go, but also letting life be like, girl, you take the wheel, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a mixture of that.
It is.
Which is hard to kind of navigate sometimes, at least for me, because I'm like, well, this doesn't align with my vision exactly. But I've realized I'm like, just because it's your vision, girl, doesn't mean it's not necessarily what's going to happen. If anything, life just might have something bigger and better in store.
Right.
And bigger and better than what you've imagined.
Definitely.
It could be. Is that what Uniiqu and the overall Uniiqu experience has been to you?
Yeah. I saw a quote like that this morning. Actually.
Really?
So I love that you said that. It was just
weird.
Saying,
Okay.
Like, you know, sometimes the things that you envision yourself aren't what you vision. Sometimes the things that are, it was just saying like the things that you envision for yourself aren't always like the vision that, the universe has for you,
Yeah.
but it's maybe the same goal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Completely, yeah. Like it fulfills you the same way.
Yes, but it's not like the exact path you thought you would take. Just like a different route.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Like U-turns happen all the time.
Exactly.
That way could have had traffic, girl.
No, for real.
You don't want to get stuck in gridlock.
No, completely. And regardless, like you're going to make it to a destination.
Right.
It might not be your destination, but it might be a different one.
It might not be the destination you wanted, but it might be the destination you're supposed to be at.
Exactly.
So that's how, I feel like things have been going for me.
Mm-hmm.
And especially being, one of few women that do Jersey Club, and I actually produce and write on top of that.
Yep.
I went the extra mile I'm that girl. I went the extra mile to prove like, I don't need no dude to produce my tracks for me.
Nope. Heartbeat's out now, by the way.
Yes, Heartbeat's out now.
Exactly.
And written by moi. And for the collaborators on that project, I sent out the zips. I wanted to be sure that I curated my sound, because sometimes when you collaborate with people, especially like when you're getting demos submitted and whatnot, of course it's somebody else's idea, somebody else's sound. For that project, since I had the time, since it was lockdown, I really wanted to at least set the tone and like what I felt like was coming out of my head organically, like with no other input, and see where other people could take it, which was cool, but it all started from within for that one. Like,
yeah. And it's funny that you say that because a friend and I were talking about this literally last night. We were talking about like collaborating and whatnot. And we're kind of both going through like very positively like selfish periods in our life right now where we want to work with people, but we also realize where like our collaborations with people still need to kind of either align with our priorities or standards, or if anything, complement them in our vision, So it's like what you're saying almost sounds similar to
definitely
that aspect. So then when Chloe sampled Off the Chain, her being another female in music, her being a very big name in music, how did that make you feel?
Love Chloe.
Love
First
her.
of all, it meant so much because I really love everything that she's about. I've always loved to collaborate with women, especially women of color, who are talented and creative and very independent. And I like that she's all those things. So I was like, yay, like on top of like, me being a fan, like I really like love her as a person. And that was just such a great experience to have because the song that she sampled, I did it with TT, who's my sister.
Love TT.
And we really did that project to, just unify Baltimore and Jersey and put a stamp on it that women are here, like the women aren't beefing. You know what I mean? Because let alone, of course, the cultures might have their little tiffs and beefs or whatnot. It's healthy. It's healthy for the culture, but they would also think that like, oh, like Uniique's a club queen and TT's a club queen. Like they can't be cool. Like, no, we actually came. I know. But it's cool that we came together and we really made a collaborative project that is, it's gonna last the tales of time for sure. Like now it's a classic, and we not only got a gold plaque, but we got a platinum plaque from it. My first platinum plaque. And it made the whole song. Like it made the whole song. Like without that sample, it wouldn't make sense.
The song wouldn't at all.
So it's really cool to see Jersey Club and Baltimore Club go from sampling so much music to being sampled. Like it's really full circle.
And it's her debut single too.
Her debut
like you're a huge part of the beginning of her solo endeavors and her solo career.
Yeah.
Like
Thank you.
crazy.
That's crazy. Shout out to Chloe and Murder
Love
Beats.
her.
He's really cool. I got to meet him at the Splice Awards because he has a Splice kit and I have a Jersey Club Splice kit.
Yep.
Splice is like a platform, like an app where you could get samples royalty free.
Yep.
So that's my little producer, thing that I did, made a sample kit. And it was really cool to meet him at the awards. I was just like, it was actually, we met actually the day we went gold. So I was like, wow, like what are the odds we're getting awards? And then we just got a gold plaque.
Gold.
Yeah. It was really cool.
Crazy. How did you find out that the song was being sampled? Like how did that whole process go down?
They actually just emailed us like the demo.
Really?
And at first I thought it was like a remix inquiry because I get a lot of remix inquiries from A&Rs from like labels and stuff.
Yeah.
Or beat inquiries. So I was like, what is this? And I just heard our song. I heard our sample. And then I heard like the little for clearance drop, and I was like, and I feel like
That's
TT heard it at the same time. We just text each
crazy.
other like, girl, like what's going on?
Crazy. They're like, no, we actually want you a part of this girl's debut single.
Yeah.
That's
really cool.
crazy.
Really cool. And so many opportunities have opened up from that, you know.
Mhm.
I really do want to say that, you know, that was a blessing that really, I feel like, jump-started the industry taking eyes on club music again.
Yep.
You know, like taking it serious in a different way.
Mhm.
Because not only do you have like Chloe, brand new single, you have two women whose label, it was a woman-focused label on a club project. And me and TT have always kept ourselves like very busy,
Yeah.
very you know, just filled with creative endeavors. She was coming out with
Completely.
her Dark City Baltimore
Mhm.
documentary at the time. And
Yeah.
me, I was just Grammy considered with the Heartbeats project. So it was just like really good timing for both of us. And I feel like a lot of people took note of that. They were like,
Mhm.
wow, like, and they got that from a club song.
Yeah.
And we got credit for that too.
Mhm.
It's been so many times in the past where unfortunately club artists, you know, their songs get used as a blueprint or their vocals get used as an idea, and they may not get the credit, or even if they do get credit, they don't get the publicity behind it, which as a producer
Yeah.
means so much, you know, like
Right.
to say that like, hey, like, yeah, I have a news outlet say like, yeah, I produced a Sierra track
Mhm.
means so much, you know, nowadays.
Yeah.
And I feel like we really put the stamp on it like, hey, club artist, Uniiqu, and TT the artist are, you know, a part of Chloe Bailey's track. So
Completely.
I feel like it really took the eyes. Now we got Little Uzi on a club track. We got NL Chopra. I feel like a lot of new sounds I've been hearing. I heard Pink Panther's TikTok stuff with Jersey Club.
Pink Panthers is insane.
I know. I just hear so many people using Jersey Club now again, and yeah, I'm like,
I love it.
oh my
I
gosh.
love it. I love the guys dabbling in it. Again, especially
Yeah.
like the rappers and whatnot. Like it's fun. It's different.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it's very, to me, that's very New Jersey. See, like,
Yeah.
let me tell y'all something about my city, right? Jersey is such a very fun place. I feel like we have so many different scenes, and me personally, I'm in the middle of it all because I'm looking at I'm a girl, I'm the queen, so I just dibble and dabble
Exactly.
with all of it. I could hang with the gangsters and I could go vogue with the cunts.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Mhm.
it's been really cool to just be able to see like both sides of things where you know, I could see that feminine energy and I could see the cuntiness and the club music, as well as I could go and I could see all the hood dudes, you know, expressing themselves
Mhm.
on club tracks, also dancing just as much. Like I feel like guys be sexy walking and voguing down, but they be hood. So it's very like New Jersey of them to have like dance music that they could rap on.
Yeah, I love the duality of it, and I love that place where music is going, like all the genres in a really healthy way are blending together.
Yeah.
Even like hip hop and PC music. Like an example that comes to mind is like "Don't Stop" by Meg. Like it's an
Yes.
excellent song. The moment I heard like those synths and those electric
Yeah.
sounds in the beginning, I was like, this is some Sophie shit on a Meg Thee Stallion song.
Yeah.
And it's excellent.
Right.
You know, like it's so fun seeing those two worlds come together, and one of those worlds you mentioned is the queer community and whatnot.
Yes.
So how does that community contribute to the unique experience, your music,
Oh my
your
gosh.
live events and all that?
Well, first of all, shout out to everybody. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
that's my family. Everywhere I go around the world, no matter where it is, seriously, I always make it my priority. And just something that comes organically now that I link up with the LGBTQA community, as well as the POCs
Yep.
and the Black people,
Right.
period. Per. Anywhere I
Love.
go. So that's beautiful to see because that wasn't always as easy to do. I feel like they're super essential. You know, I really appreciate that all my fans are actually unique. It's not just me. Like my fans are really, I call them the club heads.
Yep.
You know, because you're in the club all the time. You would club head.
Exactly.
But yeah, they're actually very unique and different, and I appreciate them for who they are. They're just people, and they love music, and I really feel like they embody the spirit that I want to project in my performances and my songs, just good positive energy, very
Yeah.
creative. Like I've seen people come to my shows that are dressed up as like a unicorn or a Shrek or,
Love.
and then I could see a gangster dude, but like he's the one getting down the
With
most. Like,
Shrek,
yeah, he's
exactly.
getting down the most with Shrek, like tutting and stuff like or getting sturdy. And I really just also appreciate the whole dance community because it's bigger than just like dance music for me. I'm a part of the dance community. I started as a dancer.
Yeah.
So that's always been something that I've always kept dearly to me. It's a big part of why I DJ too, because I wouldn't DJ if people didn't dance. Hello.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, just I really love my audience. They're adventurous and I really feel like they feel the music. This year, I've gotten to meet so many people from different walks of life, spoken different languages, been around fans where I didn't understand a lick of what you're saying, but I felt you.
Exactly.
Had a translator, of course. You know what I mean?
Love.
Like, had somebody just stop and be like, oh, like, you trying to talk to Uniiqu? I got you. Like, what you trying to say? Like, real nice.
Yeah.
Like, so even though I didn't understand them, I felt them. And I've literally had fans this year. This is my favorite, actually, interaction. I had some fans in Glasgow come up to me and they were deaf. And I never had that before. And usually you wouldn't think a person that's hearing impaired would come to a concert, especially like a club. Like maybe like somewhere that's a bit, less intense, I guess.
Yeah.
Or I feel like at a festival you have so many other type of stimulations.
Yeah.
Compared to a club where it's like literally made for you to go hear music.
Yeah.
But they felt the music. And that
I love
literally was about to make me cry. Like they kept coming up on stage. And at first the security was like, no. But I'm always like on securities. I'm on them. I'm like, hey. Let them rock. As long as they're not, messing up what I have to do, like, shaking the CD table too much, because that happens.
Don't step on the outlet or nothing.
Right.
Like, yeah.
You're good. Because they kept climbing up on stage to like feel the speaker.
That's so beautiful.
Especially like when I would do like a big blend.
Yeah.
And then they were just telling me like, yeah, like I'm hearing impaired, but I love your music because I could feel it. And it just really like made me think about the way I put out my music more. Like as a producer, I'm like, ooh, like I'm about to get really nerdy. Like, ooh, when I pan this to the side, you can hear it over there. A speaker. Or like you could feel the sub bass like, ooh. Like that means so much to me now. Like I'm real technical with it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I have fans that want to feel the music.
Completely. That's what makes it an experience besides the fact of them being involved in like the live experience of it all, watching you go out to the crowd and perform. Like the fact that people could literally feel your music and not just through hearing is insane.
Thank you.
That's insane.
It was like, I was like, what?
Like one moment, please runs backstage and just sobs for a minute.
It was beautiful. I was telling my manager like, I need somebody to do sign language now when I rap. Like,
that would be great.
Yeah.
Actually, and that's the thing. Like, did you have that? I mean, maybe that was that moment when you realized you're just like, oh, like music and like my art is everything, but like it could also be so much bigger than that.
Yes.
In terms of like impacting people, impacting your community, impacting other people. Like it's wild when you realize that you're like, oh, that's the shit that actually matters.
Definitely. It really did. It made me think deeper about the experience I want to provide for people.
Yeah.
And how important that experience is for somebody coming out. Not just, visually and like, sometimes people just go to the club to,
just
be
vibe
in the club. Vibe, be in the club, look good. But like, for that just made me think about it. So thankful to have a fan like that,
And in Glasgow too. Like,
and in Glasgow.
Across the fucking world.
Yeah.
That's insane. Well, hopefully they're watching.
Yes, hi.
That would be lovely. And tell me a little bit about Heartbeats.
Heartbeats is my baby.
Heartbeats
she turned 1 this year.
She's so good.
Thank you.
Like she's my pre-gym project. Every time
Oh,
I
that's
go,
cute.
I swear.
Thank you.
Microdosing, all the remixes for it, Unavailable, like touch all of it. So good.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
I've
I'm
seen some
happy you like
remixes
it.
on SoundCloud too.
Yes.
From like random people that I follow, and I'm just like, and
Ooh, send me the link.
oh, I definitely will.
Okay.
They're so good. But yeah, how did that project come about, and what do you have planned for it now that it's her 1 year?
Yeah, it's her 1 year. Heartbeats. Well, I named that project that because I felt like it was the most emotional project I put out. I went through a breakup and I was like, these are beats from my heart. So corny.
No, makes sense.
So corny, but
I mean,
straight
she's
to
an
the point.
Aquarius, so she's very creative minded,
Yeah.
whatnot. I understand
It's
the
deep
vision.
and simple at the same time. But yeah, so it's beats from my heart. And I really wanted to put out, I'm big on concept projects. Like everything has to kind of make sense for me because so much in my life does not make sense. So I was like, the one thing that could make sense is my music, maybe.
Yeah.
So I'm big on concept projects, and I had demos for a long time of it. And I put one out on SoundCloud for free. Just like, it was like early COVID. I was just like, here. And everybody's like, love this. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wow, like I didn't expect you guys to go that crazy for it. So I took it down. Like, was it like 24-hour giveaway? And that's when my friend Tom from the label Local Action, he heard it and he was like, Uniiqu, do you have any demos? Like, I heard you put this out, and like if you have any more like this, it would be so sick. And I was like, I actually do. And I probably sent maybe about 2 projects I had, 2 songs I had. And that was Microdosing and Shame on Me. These were the first 2 ones. Microdosing, it came a long way.
Yeah.
I had that vocal idea for a long time. Like the stop microdosing my love. Like I had that catchphrase for a long time before I made it a song. And yeah, I sent him those 2 and he's like, these are dope. If you ever want to drop something, like let me know. So it was lockdown. I was just, making songs, and my relationship was just like whack. I appreciate it for what it is now, but and love them down too. But you know how you could just look back and be like, if it was not like if I didn't think it was gonna be the end of the world, from a crazy virus, I don't think I would have put up with that much. And you can feel it in the music. I try to keep it very club, but I wanted to show maturity and show growth and give people a little experience of Uniiqu beyond like, let's go, turn up, shake it, dump it.
Yeah, which we love, but still,
So yeah, I just wanted to show like just what a girl who like found love in the club would go through. And it's actually a storyline track list too. Like Shame on Me is kind of just like, damn, I'm dumb. Like, why did I like let you play me again? It's kind of a song about affirming yourself and like what you actually feel, because sometimes you be feeling guilty and gaslit. And that's what Shame on Me is about. And then we go in from that to Unavailable, and Unavailable is all about just like calling them down. Like, why aren't you picking up? You ghosting me? It's about ghosting, because I definitely got ghosted before, and it's not fun. Like, yes, even a baddie be like me gets ghosted.
It happens.
Yeah.
And it's not fun.
It's not fun.
But
it's not fun.
Towards the end of Unavailable, don't you become the person that's now ghosting the partner? What takes you to get to that point? Like, how many red flags, or what red flags specifically does it take for you to become unavailable?
Well, after that project and that relationship.
Right.
As soon as I see you raise something. I feel like I have a high tolerance, and I'm very forgiveful. My friends always tell me like, you forgive people too much, but I don't forget. Let's say that.
That's what matters.
I gotta forgive them so they can see me stunt. Yeah.
My friends too, like, they're kind of that type where like after a breakup, or like they break up with a friend, they'll like block somebody and be like, I don't want them to see my stuff. I'm like, let them fucking watch. Are you kidding? If anything, I'm putting them on my priority. Please watch my shit.
Right.
Please.
I put you on the block just so you can see that I blocked you, and then you're gonna see. But you know what was crazy? No funny-ish. Like, after that breakup, I was so heartbroken, like literally crying tears. It was the first time I had to like sit and feel something. I'm so busy. I feel like my DJ life could kind of like make me numb to certain things, where it's like, gonna go be Uniiqu this weekend. in Mexico.
Yeah.
Why am I crying over a boy? You
like
know?
turning off the personal stuff because you have a job to do.
Exactly. And like I'm gonna, you know, like you get the oh my gosh, Uniiqu, and I'm turning up and I'm getting shots poured down my throat. Like, why are you crying? Like, that's me talking to me. Like, why are you crying about a dude? Like, you're living the life, but you know, we're human. But yeah, it was none of that during lockdown. It was the news and green screen. That's what it was. So I was just
Zoom
like,
and all that.
I had to just sit and think and feel my feelings. It was horrible. But you know, my glow up from that was that project literally propelled me into a new level of artistry where people took me serious as a songwriter, and it got Grammy considered, and I was on a billboard in Times Square for the Spotify. So I was just like
major.
You know,
major.
That's the major breakup glow up that I could say, you know? And yeah, now I don't let anybody microdose off my love. Nope.
Exactly.
Nope.
I have this feeling that very soon you're going to have a song on the radio or like in the charts somehow.
I'm hoping.
And like your song.
Yeah.
For some reason, like just hearing you talk and everything, I'm like, I could just see it happening genuinely.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I hope so.
It will.
If you're gonna manifest
it
this,
will. I'll communicate it.
You gotta make a cameo in my video.
Oh, let me know.
Okay.
Let me know the theme, whatnot. I will dress accordingly and I'll be there because I love a theme.
Yeah.
So let me know and I'll be there.
Okay.
For real.
Sure. I can't wait. I hope so. That's definitely a goal. I've had my music on radio overseas. Like overseas shows so much love.
UK loves you. Like already here we love you, but like the UK loves you down.
I love the UK. It's fun over there.
It seems like it. I've never been. I want to go.
You need to go. When you go to London, you definitely got to hit me up and let me give you some suggestions. I'm definitely like the touristy guy friend. Like you could be like, yo, I'm going to such and such. Like anytime I see somebody, like I'm like, where you at? Oh, you in Barcelona? Here, go to this restaurant.
Go here. I love it. I love it. I love friends that are like Yelp. I'm like, yes, please tell me what restaurants to go to, what clubs to go to, whatnot.
I got you.
Because the research is overwhelming and my attention span does not exist for that. So what else do you have planned up coming soon? I know you're going to be traveling soon. I literally caught you at the perfect time.
I just got back from Miami. I did Art Basel. It was cute. It was cute. I was the work of art. The debut one.
Absolutely.
JK. I'm going to Mexico for Holy Ship. That should be a lot of fun. It's basically like a resort takeover in Tulum. So that should be so much fun. Then I'm doing Countdown in California. Festival vibes, like one last shebang bang.
Right.
And then I'm actually really happy I'm doing New Year's in Vegas. I was so like torn about spending New Year's at home or like, you know, doing it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But since I spent New Year's at home because of COVID, the past few years, I decided I'm going to do the Vegas gig and I'm excited. It's a really cool, like extravagant bar, like very dressed up, very us, very purple lights, plants, glow in the dark.
The girls, yeah.
Yeah, so it should be cute. And I'm looking forward to playing Vegas on New Year's. I feel like that is definitely a DJ bucket list type of thing.
Completely.
But yeah, other than that, I am just working on new music. Yeah. I've been collecting so many demos and also producing so many demos and producing stuff for other people too. You know, I'm still a producer. I still wear my producer hat. And right now, the industry is loving Jersey Club so much. So I've been getting called on for all types of remixes and beat submissions and hoping to get some cool features. I've met so many cool artists this year at these festivals. Yeah. So yeah, I'm hoping to just like, you know, create this new project. It has to be like the ish, and it will be. Yeah. But definitely more dancey vibes. I feel like it won't be so much of a. This will actually be like my first project that's not like so concept. You know, it'll just be fun tracks for the clubs. You know,
I love.
I want to get back to that. I'm gonna give y'all Let's Go turn.
That's fun after a breakup album. Like you need like your collection of just fun music,
right?
You know, where you could listen to it straight through. You could put it on shuffle and it still slaps. Yeah. Regardless.
But it was cool to make heartbeats. It was cool to tap into my emotions and know that I could do that as a producer and a singer and a rapper, you know, and take the lead on it. You know, take the lead on it. Shout out to Local Action. You know, they're the label that released it. I have to say they put in so much work. We have it on vinyl, the t-shirts, to the website, and it got synced by Versace. Like,
yes, it's
Donatella, hello.
She's streaming. That's when you know.
She's streaming it.
She's streaming it,
y'all. So that meant so much. And I'm happy I could accomplish that much when I put that much into a project, you know. It would have sucked to like make this like so emotional breakup album, and it did horrible. I'm like,
right. And you just sit within, you're like, well, now I'm single and no one's streaming this.
Right.
When now it's the opposite. You're thriving. People are loving it. Donatella's streaming. This next upcoming year is going to be so good for you. Like this 2022 and 2021 were so great. Like just as like a fan watching you, but like
I appreciate the support for real.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the cheering on and
of course.
all the suggestions, like when I ask questions and the kikis, and I'm here for it all. I'm a very interactive person. So, you know, you give me more of a reason to keep going and go harder and try something different. Yeah. Keep it unique.
Hello. Very on brand.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's just a very like, I don't know, it's just genuine. Cause like the girls try to be social and whatnot when it's a little forcey from them.
Yeah.
You know, where with you it's just genuine. Even before like you started playing, when I saw you at Poppy, like you just came on the stage and I was like, I like her already.
Thanks.
And then you started and I was like,
the lifestyle.
Exactly. Just being a nice, pretty girl is it. And it takes you very far.
Thank you.
And it's gonna keep on.
I'm hoping to do that too for the Black girls, because
absolutely.
You know, I'm more of a DJ than a rap girly, but the beefs is crazy. The beefs is crazy, you know. I've had to deal with like, you know, just backlash and bullying and stuff like that before, and I really don't condone it. I really am about just like bigging up the girls and the dolls and the guys too.
Yeah.
Like I just see more like, to me, that's more fierce.
That's what I'm saying.
Like that's more fierce.
That's what I'm saying. Being like a cheerleader for somebody else is such a pretty thing to do.
Yeah.
You know, like I've never seen a pretty hater.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Like,
but I've seen a pretty supporter. We're just like, go, friend. Like, yeah.
Exactly. And so, you know,
I gotta be here for that energy. Like all 2023 and beyond. Like definitely some girly collabs and like, yeah.
Absolutely. And then soon in a few years, people will be like citing you as their inspiration and their reference and whatnot when it comes to their own art one day. Do you think about that?
I mean, it kind of is happening a little bit.
Absolutely.
When I go to these different countries, I've been meeting so many people that have told me I've inspired them, and I'm just like, whoa, that's kind of crazy to think. You know, when I still feel like I still have so much potential to be like my magnum opus of an artist.
Yeah.
But it's cool to inspire, you know, like I said, I inspire my fans and my fans inspire me, you know, like I'm very lucky to have such a cool fan base. Some fan bases are mean as hell. Okay.
Yeah, not fun.
My fan base is cool and full of people who are creatives and artists and party starters and dancers and podcast hosts
just
and
a fun community.
Yeah.
Like they're just such fun, pretty girls.
And I feel like, you know, I've always grew up around that. I've always grew up around homegirls that have been their own type of creative. Like my best friends run a dance studio and the other one is a fashion designer. So
I love it.
And we've came up like in Jersey Club, just like sexy walking to every function.
Right.
So it's really cool to just see us now kind of be like a little grown, but in our prime and just like owning it. And yeah, I'm here for every girl, guy, and doll to do that.
I love it.
Yeah.
And to end off, what's your biggest like tips or advice you would give to anyone that wants to kind of follow in the footsteps of Uniiqu or just pursue their own type of creative endeavor? Like, what would you say? Like, knowing what you've known now and still learning as the days go by, as the gigs keep on gigging.
Yes.
What's your advice to them?
My advice would be to definitely stay true to yourself. You know, I feel like nowadays in a world where so many people want to look the same and maybe have the same swag, no pun intended, it's really important to be unique and be proud of the skin you're in. I feel like there's nobody like you. And you could own that in so many different ways. And to keep persevering, even when you feel tired, even when you don't feel like doing it, it's really important to just know that this is what you've always dreamt of and what you've always worked to. And that's why you're tired. You're tired because you worked to get to this point. And to keep going, stay creative, collaborate with your friends. You're not a boss until you could pay other people. And my last thing would be to take pictures. Take pictures. And don't be afraid of being too cool, but definitely take pictures. Life is too short. And in the past years, I've had a couple of loved ones pass away. So I really feel like it's important to just document all the memories that you make along your journey, whether it's good or it's bad. If you're crying and you have a bad day, record that so you can look back on the days where you're winning and be like, yo, I came so far. So that's what I would say.
I love it. And I love you so much.
Love you too, boo.
Thank you for coming, for real.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
This is cute.
You're going to be on again. Just know that.
Okay.
By the way. There's going to be many unique sequels and whatnot to this series. So
cute.
Next time we could catch each other, there will be a sequel. There will be another moment.
Right. And I can't wait to see the growth from us from
I know.
now to then.
Yeah, we're just documenting. This essentially is just my live and ongoing portfolio is what I like to look at.
It was a great interview.
Why, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. We're both growing. We're both doing amazing things. I'm very, very proud of you, and I'm really thankful for you coming. For real.
Thanks for having me on.
Of course, and I'll see you soon. We'll party together, too.
Yes.
Next time you're back here, next time I could afford a flight out of here, I will be there. Shit, if I could be in Mexico, I so fucking would. Please.
Oh, my gosh. Let me know the experiences comped on me. Yeah.
I'll start packing my Speedos. Okay. And my jock straps. Oh, I can't wait. Well, let everybody know where they could find you.
You guys can find me on all platforms. Uniiqu, Uniiqu3. It's spelled different because I come different, you dig?
Right.
And make sure you guys tune in to my radio shows. I host a monthly on NTS called Club Chronicles. I have tons of special guests from club artists from all around the world. And then every other Tuesday, you could catch me on SiriusXM, BPM Electro for Club Queen Radio.
Amazing. Thank you, my love. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We'll see you guys next week for next episode.